Some emotional testimony in Hartford today. Spouses of veterans want to be included in a law that gives veterans a property tax break.
One spouse who testified is a Gold Star wife whose husband was killed in a training mission. Your chief political reporter Susan Raff is live in Hartford right now at the state office complex where veterans and their families came to be heard. Susan?
Mark, the law that's in place right now benefits veterans who are completely disabled because it allows them not to pay property taxes. But plenty of veterans told lawmakers today they are being left out.
My daughter watched from middle school into college as my husband, her dad, suffered through his illnesses.
Mary Liggins took care of her husband, First Lieutenant Alfred Liggins. He was completely disabled and died in their home. She then heard about a tax exemption law for veterans.
That news gave me an assurance that I could stay in my house.
But there was a problem. Her husband died before the law was passed, and she wasn't eligible. The Veterans and Military Affairs Committee heard from other spouses, including a Gold Star wife. Rachel Clark's husband was killed while on active duty from the National Guard. Master Sergeant Michael Clark was hit by lightning during a training mission in Georgia. But Rachel, a Gold Star wife, isn't eligible either because the law says disabled, not deceased.
Losing a spouse, you're also losing their wages and everything that goes along with that financially, but you still have obligations, you still have bills to pay.
Democrats and Republicans support changes.
The addition of Gold Star families is something I feel very strongly that we can't continue on doing anything about this without including them.
This language this year is more for clarification so that we understand how we can do it to best provide for the veterans as well as we can.
Vietnam veteran Gerald Augustin was also denied. He's completely disabled and owns his home, but his disabled son is now living there. He lives in his wife's home.
It would definitely help my son. I pay all of his bills in the house. It's under my name, and it's still our family residence. And I can't believe that I was refused.
And there's another part of this whole discussion when it comes to veterans and property taxes. It costs, we are told, about $30 million, and that's a loss to municipalities. Cities and towns have to make up for that loss. Part of this legislation would also require the state to possibly kick in and reimburse cities and towns. Where does the bill go from now? Well, it needs to be tweaked and rewritten, and then if it passes committee, it will go to the General Assembly for a full vote. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.